First, breaking new information on a story that a lot of you are sharing on Facebook. A 20-year-old cold case finally solved. The remains of a murdered child found under a billboard in Mebane, North Carolina in 1998, now identified.
And in a shocking twist, investigators have linked the boy's death to a separate cold case 215 miles away in South Carolina. NBC Charlotte defender Michelle Bowden has covered this story extensively.
Michelle, you spoke with investigators, and it's amazing how they were finally able to crack this case.
You know, this case really is unbelievable. It's kind of the thing that comes along once in a lifetime. Here's what they tell me happened. They managed to get DNA from the remains. Remember, that boy was found 20 years ago, just his skeletal remains. They matched that DNA to DNA that was in the system because of those DNA ancestry kits that were so popular as Christmas gifts. And not only did they use that DNA to identify him, they managed to identify his mother. All this time, both had been unidentified. It turns out his father confessed to killing both of them.
For 20 years, Detective Tim Horn has kept this box of evidence under his desk.
So every time I turned or moved, I was hitting my leg on it just so I couldn't forget it.
It's the case that nagged at him his whole career. The bones of a child found under a billboard along I-85 about an hour outside of Raleigh. When we last spoke to him back in October, he delayed his retirement until this February in hopes of solving the case.
And this is literally a mystery on every level.
Yeah, but we've chipped away at it.
Mystery no more. The same genetics expert that helped solve the Golden State Killer case used DNA that someone entered from an Ancestry DNA kit, matched it to the boys, and found a relative. That relative told investigators the boy's mom was also likely dead, that she was from Korea, and the family had been told she'd gone back to Korea and taken the boy with her. Neither were ever reported missing. In fact, she'd also been murdered, found naked and suffocated in woods near Spartanburg, but never identified. And detectives say her husband and the boy's father has confessed to killing them both. Detective Horn always said new technology would be the key.
In this particular case, we ran out of leads fairly early, and so we had to wait and let technology advance, and it did.
Really unbelievable. I checked in with Detective Horn this afternoon. He says he felt all along that he would finally solve the case. In fact, he did just days before his retirement. And he tells me he has spoken with the family of these two victims. They now live in Ohio. He says he is personally going to drive the boys' remains to that family. He says they deserve a place to grieve. And for him, it will be a chance to truly close this case. Reporting live now in Charlotte, Michelle Bowden, NBC Charlotte.
What a way to retire. Diligent detective work and scientific developments. Michelle, thank you.